Hello, my name is Ron and welcome to another day of my life. It is, I think, 48 degrees this morning here in Bowling Green, Virginia. I'm on my way to work and I just thought I'd pop on since I decided to ride the bike and do a vlog. This last weekend, I got the annual service done on the Tiger. It should have been done last month, and I'll tell you what happened. So at the end of last month, well, I say the end, towards the middle, maybe the 20th or so, I wanted to schedule the service, and I also wanted to get some new tires put on the bike, and I was trying to decide what to go with. And so after, you know, reviewing online different brands and models of tires, and a big determining factor was the fact that my friend Craig has recently put some of these are Dunlop Trail Max Missions. He had these when he did the Trans-American Trail, and he really spoke highly of these tires, and I decided, well, you know, this is somebody I know and trust, that I was already looking at these tires anyway, so this is what I went with. But the problem I was having is that when I ordered the tires, the front came in, but the rear was on back order. So originally the rear tire was supposed to be at the shop, I think it was around the 10th of September was the original delivery date. And then like on the 8th or so, I called the shop to see if the tire came in, and they told me that he had bad news. It wouldn't be until the 24th. So I said, well, let's schedule the service for the 25th. And I also had them install tire pressure monitoring system. So because I think with the last set of tires, I think I became a little bit lazy, and I don't think I was checking the tire pressure as religiously as I should have. So I thought this would just keep me honest. So they installed the tire pressure monitoring systems. They, of course, all the calibration goes along with that. They mounted and balanced the tires. They did the service. Then my rear brake, I was telling them that it was kind of squishy and almost non-existent at times. So they looked at it and said, yeah, there's no rear brake pedal. So they bled the entire system. And they also told me that my rear brake pads were very, very worn. And I don't think I've been dragging the rear brake a lot, but maybe I have been using it on approaches to traffic lights and things like that. And so I'm very cognizant I'm not using that. I always use the front brake. I mean, that's a given, but I think I may have been using it as I slow down at traffic lights, so I'm really going to be conscious of that. And I think back to my Ducati. I rarely ever use the rear brake on that Ducati. But you know, on the Tiger, you try to get used to it on a dual sport motorcycle, because when you're off-road, you have to know how to use that rear brake, because you don't want to lock up the front tire on gravel or dirt or anything else, because you're just going to wash out really quick. So just something I need to be cognizant about is keeping my foot off that rear brake unless I really need it. They installed the TPMS, which is cool, which is interesting. I got an email from my buddy John, my brother from a Queen mother at the Brass Monkey Motorcycle Riders, and he more or less is going in the opposite direction. He's getting ready to have the TPMS removed from his bike, so that'll be interesting. I'll have that discussion with him. But he does a hell of a lot more riding than I do. He's got a hell of a lot more experience, and he's a world traveler on a motorcycle. But anyway, I got the bike. The tires are nice. I've only ridden it back from the shop on Saturday. That was mainly, I cut through some downtown Richmond areas, and I was on the interstate coming back. And I do notice that they're not loud in my ear per se, but I can feel them through the handlebars and the seat a little bit. They're buzzy, for lack of a better term. That's what they're doing. They're buzzy, and they're kind of aggressive. They're not a knobby. I plan on doing a 1-year owner review of the motorcycle here soon. I was planning on doing it earlier this month, late last month, when I was originally going to get the tires and everything put on. And another frustrating point was I was hoping that they would do the here in Virginia we have to have vehicle safety inspections once a year, and I was hoping they would be able to do the safety inspection when they did all this work, but unfortunately they are not an inspection station, which means they don't have a certified vehicle inspector or state certified vehicle inspector there at their shop. But other than that, just not a lot been going on in my world. I didn't do anything this weekend. Still recovering from that overnight backpacking trip I did the weekend prior. I've got a pretty good blister on my heel. It's healing up all right, but it's still a little sore. And I don't know if it was my shoes or if it was my lacing, if I didn't have them laced and tightened up properly. So some things I need to look at. I'm going to try to go camping next weekend, and then after that probably look for a moto camping date. And so camping, backpacking, and or moto camping, those are going to be my weekends, but it's from here on out as far as I can see. I'm going to try to balance the backpacking with the moto camping, because I don't want to neglect either of them. But that's what's going on in my world. I hope everybody is being safe, and I know winter is on its way. In some places here it's 48 degrees. It's still going to be 81 degrees this afternoon, but I know that some of my friends up north, I know that this might be the last month, the last hoorah of motorcycle riding for you guys, because winter comes a lot sooner up there. But at any rate, y'all be safe, and I will talk to you again very soon.